This time on Hot Shots.
Sat in the car and broke my holster.
You know, if it comes out of the holster, you're done. Your match is over. They ask you to go home.
No, I got this thing dangling, and I have no way of correcting it.
You know, I'm trying to make sure that I'm on top of my game. If I'm off at a show, it makes me look bad.
The most awful, scary, unsure feeling I've ever had.
I don't want to be on camera anymore, guys. I'm about to start letting loose.
Every sport is defined by greatness.
I hold 4 Guinness World Records.
By those chosen few whose talent transcends their game.
That's how it's done.
They're the world's best.
So, you want to shoot fast, huh? I am the best.
The great ones.
There it is. Money.
The Hot Shots.
I've been having sciatic nerve issues for almost going on a year, and my wife has been begging me to go in, get it checked out. Been feeling all sorts of issues coming on, and well, should have listened to my wife. So here I go, finally going to the doctor. This all could have probably been prevented at one time.
I've never been through anything like this ever, physically, ever, period, in anything I've ever done.
Okay. Ah! I'm done, guys. Oh.
My back, something in my back is giving out. I'm laying out here in a field getting poured on. I can't get up.
Hold on.
All the questions going through my head were simply, is this it? Is this the last big bang for extreme shooter Patrick Flanagan? I didn't know.
I'm young and I've been hurt bad before and I healed quick, but I've never had anything like this. So, I mean, I've got a show this weekend. I've got a show next weekend, 2 of them. What do you do? Go to the doctor, you know, and figure it out, see what happens.
I'm like, man, wouldn't this be a weird way to go out?
My old trusty bullet trap. I'd like to know how many tons of lead I fired it right into that hole right there. I've spent many an hour looking down this thing, making noise.
As Patrick Flanagan faces the likelihood of weeks at home, Jerry Michalek is measuring his time at home in hours.
I'll have about a day to swap guns and equipment, go right into the 3-gun mode.
His disappointment at the Steel Challenge behind him, Jerry's now getting ready for a 3-gun match in Kentucky.
This time of the year, it's just grab and go, get some ammo, get some guns, work on guns, and get down to the next competition.
It's a routine he's been following for more than 30 years.
I got something I want to show you guys. This is, this is the first plaque I ever won. So it's kind of dated, 1981. So I've been around forever. This is Canebrake Combat Shooters, top scorer for 1981, A-class, Jerry Michalek. Now that's old. That's one of my first trophies, so I kind of keep it as a souvenir of days gone by. Shot a Model 15 Smith & Wesson back then, by the way, so fun stuff.
It's a different kind of trophy that dominates the decor in Randy Otker's living room in Plainville, Illinois.
This buck right here was just shot just about right out this picture window.
While there's nothing unusual about being a hunter in this part of the country, Randy's other accomplishments are very much out of the ordinary. Not only does he have 4 entries in the Guinness Book of World Records, but he's also been honored with his very own Topps trading card.
I mean, a redneck from Plainville, Illinois, you know, having Guinness World Records and to be on a baseball card that is traded throughout history forever. I mean, what's cool about these will be traded, you know, long after I'm gone. And maybe after I'm gone, they'll be worth something.
They're lofty expectations that Randy has created for himself. And at his last performance, he failed to live up to them when he couldn't connect on his signature shots.
Oh, man.
Today is for figuring out what went wrong.
First shot of the day.
Everyone needs a warm-up. Randy's is 2 lifesavers with the same shot.
There we go. Got her. Dead center. That's what I want to see right there.
But later, it's more deja vu.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalak. Colt, champion 3-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net.
My wife texted me, "You better not be joking, I'm sick to my stomach." I wish I was, babe.
The pain and fear are impossible for Patrick Flanagan to hide as he arrives at an Oshkosh hospital.
Where you at? How's it feel now? Same as it did.
What were the doctors going to tell me? What were they going to say? Was something significantly broken? Is there some kind of a creepy paralyzation going on in my legs? I couldn't feel my feet.
I can't out of this van.
As hard as it was for him to get into the van, getting out is proving even harder.
It was just the most awful, scary, unsure feeling I've ever had.
I don't want to be on camera anymore, guys. I'm about to start letting loose.
No answers right now, and wait, find out, and in the meantime, deal with the pain and try to get better.
In the fast-growing sport of 3-gun, the feeling is often that of holding on for dear life. Disaster is always lurking. Fellow competitors ready to take advantage. Attention to every detail, paramount to survival.
Let me get my cleats on. I didn't get my cleats on this morning. Last thing I want to do is take off running and flip over in the gravel. I've had this happen before. Take a break or a squad gets delayed and you don't forget to put your cleats on, and then you take off, and then you're soon on the ground. It's always the small stuff that bites you while you're thinking about everything else. Well, I got no excuses when I trip over my 2 big feet, other than me. Loser, winner. Always the small stuff. I almost forgot to put them on this morning.
Even the slightest slip-up could cost Jerry the match. This is the AR-15.com Pro-Am at the Rock Castle Shooting Center in Park City, Kentucky. Heading into the final stage, Jerry holds a slim lead over Clint Upchurch, who might be one of the sport's rising stars, yet looks at Jerry with pure reverence.
That's part of learning.
That's right. Jerry is without a doubt the most recognizable name in shooting. And the guy's achieved so much. Everything he's involved with, whether it's some type of revolver shooting, USPSA, IDPA, Steel Challenge, 3-gun, he always does great at all of it. He's probably the most well-rounded shooter alive. You can only have respect for him.
Respect him he does, but try to beat him he will. And on his walkthrough,
It'll be quick. Gonna be quick, a lot to do.
Jerry might have just given Clint the break he needs.
Huh. I just busted my holster. See, it's always the small stuff at a match. Sat in the car and broke my holster. Now I got this thing dangling, and I have no way of correcting it, so it's gonna be another aggravation.
Inside this small car, you've got your pistol, you know, it's loaded and holstered. You know, if it comes out of the holster, you're done. Your match is over. They ask you to go home.
Randy Otker couldn't have dreamed what his life would soon become when he first picked up a bow as an 8-year-old.
I still feel like the redneck from Plainville, Illinois. But sometimes when I go all across the country and, you know, I have people, you know, standing in line for my autograph and, you know, it starts hitting me like, you know, man, you know, this is my living now, you know, this is what I love to do. And I just can't believe that this, you know, is me now.
He also can't believe the problems he's been having with his 7 balloons with 7 arrows shot, the one that's his latest entry in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's why today, the farm chores will have to wait.
You know, I'm trying to make sure that I'm on top of my game, you know, every time I go to a show, because if I'm off at a show, then it makes me look bad. So I strive to, you know, be perfect. And sometimes, you know, you can't be, you know, but you try to eliminate every possible chance of error. So I got to get this straightened out, or it's not going to turn out too good when I go to my next show.
But Randy's not even shooting at the balloons yet. After all, if he can hit 3 lifesavers with 1 shot, the balloons should be easy.
Ah, that was me. Oh, man. Ah, that was me.
This is a shot that is the crowd pleaser. People love to see these 3 lifesavers shot, and he usually gets it on the first attempt every time.
Ah, man.
I don't know whether it's the sun in his eyes or what, but I'm having a little trouble today.
So now, after I make this adjustment, we should be good. Yeah. Little adjustment, and we're money, man. Money. If I'm not mistaken, I think they are dead center. That little bit of an adjustment, perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I just broke my holster sitting in there. Really? Yeah, I knocked that clip out of it.
In Kentucky, Jerry Michalek will deal with a broken holster.
Got my Bonnie Fife holster on. It's in a bad position, too.
As he tries to hold off a hard-charging Clint Upchurch for the Open Division title at the AR15.com Rockcastle Pro-Am 3-Gun Championship, which is sanctioned by NRA Sports.
One thing about these 3-gun matches, there's always testing your equipment. There's always something different. So it's really hard to be ready for everything.
Stage 6 ambush is a field course with 10 rifle targets and 13 handgun targets.
On the final stage, different will mean shooting a rifle out of a car. A very small car.
You're a big guy, and that's a little bitty old car, steering wheel right in your lap.
It's not like we're, you know, working out of a full-size truck here. It's a little compact car.
It's made for a 5-foot, 5-inch competitor.
There's really no room. When you get in there, you don't have much room to move around. Just getting your legs under the steering wheel is hard enough.
Wow.
On a start signal from within the car, engage rifle targets T1 through T8. Then open door, exit car, and engage rifle targets T9, T10.
Jerry is up first. A solid run seals it. A mistake keeps Clint alive.
So I need to do a good solid run here. I don't have to kill it, but I can't die here.
Not sure what I want to do. You know, I'm trying to decide if I want to let it all hang out and go for it and possibly make a mistake, or just kind of see what he does.
Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Glory.
Range going hot. Gas him up, sir.
what I'm looking for is out of Jerry's performance is just to see if he makes a mistake, if he leaves the door open anywhere, you know, if he happens to throw a miss, has a malfunction, or one of those type things happens, you know, just to where I have an opening. You know, if he does that, I believe I can catch him, but if he shoots strong on it, I really don't think I'm going to catch him.
Hands 10 and 2, give me a nod when you're ready. Shooters ready. Stand by. Slide down, hammer down, and holster. Time, 2819.
2819. I didn't have to burn it down. So when I'm kind of in the driver's seat, last thing I want to do is get up there and go wild and have a miss. You can't tolerate a miss here. So I was calling my shots and just surviving. I think I was coming in like 17 points ahead. So them guys would have to beat me by 5 seconds to get me, you see.
He shot through the car okay, you know, in and out of the car, dumping the rifle. Everything went good, looked smooth. You know, just waited to see if he got all his hits. He was good. So, don't know at this point. May have to let it hang out.
Shooters ready. Stand by. If you are finished, unload, show clear.
They could have used a Lincoln Town car or something instead of that stuff. Tough for a tall guy.
Clint's run isn't enough to overtake Jerry. He finishes a close second. But though he doesn't know it yet, he's about to wrap up the biggest win of his career.
Really thought that this could be a really cruel joke.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalak. Colt, champion 3-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net. In his mind, an exhibition shooter is only as good as his last show. And at his performance in West Virginia, Randy Otker failed to connect on his signature shot. Today is about erasing that memory, about recreating positive thoughts, about bursting 7 balloons with 7 arrows with 1 shot.
Oh, man. Just like it was in Morgantown, windy, and this shot has to be executed perfectly in the wind. Hit a show. You kind of have to use excuses to your advantage, and you kind of, you know, say like I meant to do that sometimes. Like you'll be shooting and I'll say, well, you know, folks, maybe the 3rd time will be the charm, and then pooh, I'll hit him and people think I did it on purpose. And really, you know, it looks like I did it on purpose, but I was trying to hit him on the 1st shot, not the 3rd shot. Oh, man, we're getting better. Oh, man, same one. Same one. With the lifesavers and stuff, I can compensate for the wind. I can adjust for it. But this shot is so critical with the arrows they're actually crisscrossing each other in mid-flight, and everything comes into consideration. The wind can cause it. I can cause it by having a little bit of hand torque in the bow. I might have not spaced an arrow just correctly. I mean, there's so many things going on in this shot. Everything has to be just right. Oh my goodness. people think that these shots that I do are tricks, but none of these shots are tricks. They're all a precision shot. As you can see in slow motion, and you see how these arrows, they're flying to the target individually. I'm telling those arrows where they need to go. Yeah, there it is. Woo! Finally. Man, I figured out what I was doing wrong. It was all in the spacing. If I have one knocked just too high or just too low, it's going to cause it to shoot above it or below it. It all depends on the pitch of the arrow, how I got it knocked. But the good news is I think I've got it figured out, so when I go to the show, I know how to load them. We got it right now. Yes!
So I get a phone call one day, and a gentleman asks if he can pass my number along so that someone can contact me about shooting a new rifle that they're introducing into the 3-gun game. So I say, yeah, tell them to give me a call. Who is it, by the way? Well, I can't tell you. You'll know when they call. So for 2 or 3 days, I ride around just thinking of every possible anybody that it could be. And, so I finally get a call, and a guy on the other end says, hey, I'm such and such with Colt. And, I kind of thought it might be a joke. I really didn't know. It just didn't seem right to me. I got a lot of friends. We clown around a good bit and, are kind of tough on each other, some practical jokers, and really thought that this could be a really cruel joke. But turns out, it was legit. And I just still kind of said, how did you guys find me and why did you call me? Hey, what's up? You gotta check this out. Got this in the mail the other day. Guess that makes it as official as it's gonna get. It definitely puts a smile on your face, to hold these shirts up. That puts you in with one of the biggest companies in firearms, and it's just a surreal feeling.